All right. You want to read some fucking questions here for the week?
Remember when people would order your CD, that people would order Emotionally Unavailable?
Yep.
And I would help you mail them out.
Yeah, we go right down
padded envelopes.
to mailbox, etc.
Yeah, we'd sit there and fill out all the little padded envelopes and put them in there. And you'd be doing 20, 40 or something at a time. We go down to mailboxes, etc. You did it all yourself.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was fun.
It was fun.
That's what you got to do. All right, here we go. Website suggestions. Sorry about that, Nia. I just realized this thing's really long. This podcast has been really long. And you're sitting there reminiscing. I was like, yep, I enjoyed that. That was a wonderful moment that I had with you.
Moving on.
It was in those moments that I knew I wanted to marry you. All right.
Is that true?
Huh?
Is that true?
No, you know what, Nia? Some shit I don't tell the listeners. I know when I was going to decide to marry you. All right?
Yeah.
And they're not going to hear when. That one's for us. All right. Website suggestions. Oh, I said, I always go to the same fucking 5 websites, and now that I've been kicked off Facebook, unless I give them my fucking passport number. That's the thing. This is the thing I'm telling you, Nia. You just walk. You fucking walk.
Did you talk about the whole fingerprint thing?
Oh, when I bought the car? Yeah, when I bought my Jaguar, they asked me for a thumbprint. A fingerprint.
Why the fuck?
I almost laughed.
Car dealership. He was so... I really wish you guys could have seen this guy's face when Bill told him no. He didn't know what to do. He was really... His brain kind of broke for a minute because he was just and you're like, yeah, I'm not giving it to him.
Yeah, what are they not going to sell me the car?
Yeah, no, of course they're going to take it, but he was just so used to people being like, oh, okay, well that's weird, okay, whatever, and just getting it over with, and you just kept being like, no, I'm not doing it.
No, I said I'm not giving my fingerprints to a car dealership.
Yeah, and he's like, no, it's for your security and this and that, and you're just like, I'm not doing it, and you were right. There's no reason. No matter what they say about security, someone coming in pretending to be you.
No, that's when I have fun with them. I go, look, if you can justify why I'm going to give you my thumbprint, I'll do it. And then they sit there and they say dumb shit like, well, in case someone tries to impersonate you and buys the car.
No.
That's not going to fucking happen.
You dealt with 5 different people at that dealership. They know who you are. They're not going to no. It's insane.
No, even if I didn't do what I did for a fucking living, I still wouldn't worry about it. You don't give your fucking fingerprints to a car dealership.
Yeah.
Those people lie for a living. What are they going to do with that thing?
And then we met a woman who was like, oh, yeah, they asked me that too. And she just did it because she was just like, okay.
And there it is.
That's what they asked for.
And now it's out there.
And he's like, he was like, I've never had anybody say no to this. And what did you say?
Oh, I say, yeah, you never met anybody like me before. I was just talking shit to make you laugh, though. I saw you smile. It's very hard to get you to laugh, though. I was just talking shit.
I love that. I was actually very much, and usually when you get into difficult BB mode and you are just giving the other person the hardest time.
I prefer to say I'm informed, but go ahead.
Yeah, well, when you're unnecessarily giving somebody a hard time who's just trying to do their job and they're already tired.
What, take my fingerprints?
No, when you call up the Time Life people to order the easy listening set and you're so short and rude to them when they're just trying to do their job. I find it very cringeworthy.
That fucking asshole. I forget what he asked me for.
They're always trying to upsell, yeah.
No. He was trying to get all this information out of me. All this extra information.
You don't... just send me the goddamn CDs.
Yeah, just send me the CDs. And the guy goes, well, I can't send you the CDs unless you fucking... There was some ridiculous thing, my Social Security number. They're all doing this because they're sharing the information.
Yeah, they do sell the information.
Yes.
That's true.
Yeah, and they don't give a fuck what they expose me to as far as identity theft. So I go, I'm not fucking doing it. Then the guy goes, this conversation's over. I go, yeah, well, then it's over. Go fuck yourself. I hung up. I was totally within... You always paint me out as a bad guy, Nia. My world, I'm always the victim.
Yeah.
I'm always the victim.
That's certainly true.
All right, website suggestions. Because I was always saying I always go to the exact same website. All right, Reddit.
Oh, God, no.
They've also mentioned that you have a Reddit subpage and would love for you to do a AMA someday.
Ask me anything. They've asked you to do that.
Yeah, I'm not fucking doing that. You can't ask me anything.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking sitting there, hey, you've always been a douchebag. I'm going to fucking sit through that for 2 hours waiting for one legitimate question.
Yeah, no.
Hey, Billy Red Balls.
Yeah, Bill's never gonna do and ask me anything.
I'm not saying never say never. If I got like maybe an F is for family, ask me anything, I'll do that. I just don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, I
they can just go you just have to know. I mean, or maybe you'll just have to ignore a lot of like bullshit. But
once again, Nia, I'm walking by the front desk.
You're not checking out.
I'm not checking out. I'm just fucking. And if that hurts my career, it hurts my career.
There's some
I'm not
people
fucking,
who ask genuine questions.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And those are few and far between. The world, Nia, the world has a sweaty hand and a really hot armpit.
Right. I'd be very surprised.
And they're going to put their hand around you when they go to take the picture, and you're going to feel their hand drying off into your shirt, and your other shoulder heating up.
Oh, Jesus.
That's what you're going to run into. And then all the cool people that you really want to talk to are going to be like, oh, I don't want to bother. I don't want to bother this person. And they leave. Those are the people that you want to talk to.
Yeah. But if Netflix asked you to do it, would you do it?
Do what?
An AMA.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in business with them. If they think it's going to sell the show, you can't be that's a jerk-off move.
Yeah.
To get in business with somebody and then not fucking promote it. I mean, look, if they wanted me to sit on like a Dunkin' stool. If I could do like that guy Drown the Clown, that guy I saw years ago on the Opie and Anthony show. We went to one of those metal fucking festivals, and they had this guy who was called Drown the Clown, and this dude just sat there giving people shit.
Right.
And he'd make them so mad. It was like Bull Durham, and they couldn't fucking hit it. And he just had like that Krusty the Clown doing that laugh. And I remember, no, he would do the laugh. He would give them shit and make fun of how stupid they were. And then they would miss, and he'd be like, ah! And they'd be like fucking grabbing three, and he just kept going,
Oh my God.
And it was so fucking obnoxious.
Yes.
And like he just really be walking by. I was like, hey, look at the fat guy. Look at the fat guy. Hey, fatty, you ever gonna work out? You in the purple shirt. Yeah, you're fat. Doing that, and he would just piss him off. I forget who I was with. No, Nia, I'm telling you. I'm doing a bad impression of it because it was so long ago. Dude, I was the combination of crying, laughing, and then also sitting, going like, is this the greatest street performer I've ever seen in my life? He was fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. I was kind of jealous of the job. Like, I was like, that's a fucking great job. Oh, my God. Rest his soul. Can you imagine Patrice in that job?
Oh, my God.
People wouldn't want to drown him just so they could hear what the fuck he was going to say.
I was going to say, he'd be too good at it.
All right, here we go. Barstool Sports. Well, Barstool Sports, I go to that one. Here's one, www.slashfilm.com, an easy-to-read, non-snarky movie website. Okay. Tumblr. Hey, Bill, search for... I thought that was a dating site.
It's Tinder.
Oh, I was going to say, I don't need that with all my cell phone numbers.
God.
If you're into antique cars, you can follow accounts that post pictures of classics. I use this to follow music, photography, and arts. It's endless, and having the app on your phone is a more stimulating way of killing time instead of Twitter.
Tumblr is a good one. I like Tumblr.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and by the way, I'm not the only one who's sick of the same 10 websites to go into. So if anybody, in the future, if you guys know, find some cool websites or whatever, let me know. It'll be a bunch of self-promotion here. What was the Kardashian thing?
What?
For me... Yeah, for me.com.
I just feel like...
All right. I was saying I was getting into punk rock, how I kind of missed that. Uh-huh. And I've always wanted to get into it, but I just don't know where to go and who's good or whatever. And I was watching this Rancid video that led me to watch one of the guitarists gave an interview, and he talked about this one band, which I already forget the name of, something 69, and the front man blew me away. And I just don't know shit about punk rock. It always sounded to me like I was joking. It sounds like angry karaoke. You know what I mean? Where they weren't quite in tune singing and shit. And I just read up on all of this stuff. And it just interests me. And so people have been telling me bands. Okay. All right. Punk rock bands. Obviously, The Clash. I've heard of them. Operation Ivy. Dinosaur Jr. Dead Kennedy. Kings of Nothing. Leftover Crack. The Meteors. All right. Well, you know something? The Dead Kennedys I've listened to. I'll I'll have to check out, Black Flag and all these bands. Like my brother, some of my brothers used to listen to this shit, and I just couldn't get into it. And now I'm really finding that I'm liking it. So I'm definitely going to check them out. I'll definitely check out Kings of Nothing, Leftover Crack, and the Meteors because I never heard of any of them.
I've heard of Dinosaur Jr.
I heard of them too. I thought that they were more like a college band.
Me too.
All right, Nashville. Maybe somebody's fucking with me. Maybe that'd be funny too, by the way. Donnie and Marie. All right, Nashville. Hey there, Billy Benchmark. I was at your 9:30 Nashville taping and it was amazing. I remember every minute of it like it was a Super Bowl. Can't wait till it comes out. When does it come out? Are you watching South Park this season? Go fuck yourself, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, the 9:30 show was fucking crazy. And I just hope it all comes together well. I've already looked at some of the pictures and shit, and I hate going through the editing process.
You got to do it.
I got to do it. All right. Applause or laughs?
Are you watching South Park? They asked. My brother said it's been excellent this season. Just
I know. Why you always tape The Simpsons? I love The Simpsons. Can we tape South Park too? It's like the best social commentary for almost 20 years in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean I should be watching it too. I forget about it.
Okay. All right. Applause or laughs? Hey, Bill. I was watching one of your older specials because I fucked up and forgot to get tickets to the one you filmed on Friday. By the way, congratulations. I can't wait to see it. Thank you. Why is my stomach grumbling? Yeah, I bought all this fucking... I ate all that...
No, because we ate KFC.
Yeah, we ate shit food.
We should not have.
No. Well, I ate so well up to the special. I kind of went off the rails this weekend. But starting tomorrow, I'm getting back into it. All right, on this particular special, why do I do this? I notice a lot of people in the crowd cheering versus laughing. So here's a simple question. While on stage, what gives you a greater sense of accomplishment, laughs or applause?
That's a really good question.
Thanks, and fuck those people who tell you to fuck yourself.
That's
well, laughs
really,
usually...
It's a really interesting question.
Well, the applause is an applause break. Usually a laugh goes into an applause. Mm-hmm. It's never like you just say something... If you just say something and nobody laughs and they just applaud, then you kind of made a statement, and that's like the douche chill moment. Like, I mean, what they really need to be doing is spending more money on education.
Right. That's applause.
Yeah, if you're doing that during a comedy show, I'll tell you, that's a rough one, So
you'd rather laughter.
Yeah, I much
remember laughter.
Yeah, I like when they're laughing. I will say that applause is great too, but sometimes during like a taping, then that's when it just you'll as a rookie you'll feel weird, like, oh my god, they're clapping and they're all overly amped up because they know they want you to have a good special, so they're clapping, and then you don't know what to do, but they'll always edit around it because they can make it shorter. So for the comics out there, don't worry about those moments. They can also, if you have a dumb look on your face, like, please stop clapping so I can get to my next joke, they'll just go to the master shot and they won't see that look on your face, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. But yeah, I definitely like making people laugh to the point that they can't clap. That's what I would prefer. I, of course, don't always do that, but there are guys out there that I've seen, like it's hard for like a Brian Regan level funny guy when I would watch him live for the crowd to even be able to applaud because they're laughing so hard.
Yeah.
He's the first guy I ever saw made somebody slump over. Like, there was an empty chair next to this lady. I think the other person fucking ran to the back of the room. He was killing so hard. And
I like that kind of laugh.
The woman was just fucking...
I like that kind of laugh where you, like... You've seen when I laugh really hard, and if I'm sitting down, I get up and I, like, run away because I'm laughing so hard. It's too much. I love that kind of laugh. That's like that Apollo laughter. Because you know how, like, black people, like at the Apollo, if they're laughing really hard, they're, like, freaking out.
Yes.
And, like, getting out of their seat and just, like...
waving towels and shit. Like, yeah, the whole...
And, like, hitting each other.
Yeah.
Like, when we think something's funny, we think it's really fucking funny.
Yeah. And when you don't think it's funny, you really don't think it's funny. Yeah, that's what I learned during those rooms. Black crowd's going to have fun with or without you, so you better...
Basically.
Yeah, they're either going to laugh with you or they're going to laugh at you.
There's no pity laughter. There's no pity applause. No, we don't do that. You better be funny.
Oh, some of the fucking heckles I got in those rooms. The worst is when they would just be talking to each other about how not funny you were. I'll never forget just on stage, just bombing. It was just dead silence. And I just heard this woman in the middle of the crowd. She just looked around at everybody. She just goes, I ain't laughed yet. And I was just like, oh my God.
Oh God.
Oh, and there was no.
Oh God, I love black audiences.
There was no
so much fun because there's no politeness.
Yeah, if you're in the crowd. If you're in the crowd.
No, of course.
Yes.
If I was on stage, it'd be so rough, but it's so enjoyable to be a part of it because nobody cares about your feelings.
Oh, not at all. Not even fucking remotely. Whenever I did a black show,
I ain't laughed yet.
No, just so like
hilarious. But terrible for you.
Dead.
Sorry.
No, she was right though. Whenever I did those shows, I always felt like in the end, whenever I did the uptown rooms, as they call it, you'd get off stage and you asked yourself one of two questions. One, why am I not world famous yet? Or two, what the fuck did I ever, why the fuck did I ever think I should ever even be in this business? Because it went one way or the other. You either murdered or you wanted to crawl out of there.
Yeah.
Talent used to have this room, LeBar Bat, on the fucking Upper West Side. It was after work, black crowd, and it was every other fucking time. Every other time I killed, every other time I fucking ate it. And oh man, I saw them fucking Jimmy Mack, Uncle Jimmy Mack, rest his soul.
Yeah.
I saw him one time. He was having a tough set. I think I bombed. It was just one of those fucking crowds that just weren't laughing that week. Every other week they'd laugh, every other week they weren't, and he was having a tough set. And I just remember he was bombing so bad, and this woman was heckling him so bad he had to bring up his career. He started talking about his IMDb. Like, I've done. And he goes, he brought up how he did Comic View or something like that, and like he goes, I don't give a shit. He's like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. You don't think I'm funny? I got a career. And she just went like, I can't remember how she said. She said N-word, what career? And then just dressed him down. I remember I had to go on after it, and like, Jimmy was the man, right? He was the fucking man. And I'm just like, this guy's got 10 years on me. If he can't handle this fucking crowd, what's going to happen to me? And they would just, like, he got off, and then I went up, Talent went up, and Talent had this tag where he would, the worst tag that Talent could say after your set was when he would go up, he'd be like, come on, y'all, comedy ain't easy. When he said that, you were the guy who bombed. It was just like, oh, fuck, right? So he already did for Jimmy. Come on, y'all, comedy ain't easy, right? The only time I ever saw him have to do it for Jimmy because he always killed. And then he brought me up there. Oh, God. Oh. I thought about that fucking show for like a month. I would just think of the shit that people said to me. I'd be in the shower thinking of it and just, it would pop into my head and I'd do that thing, like trying to shout it out of my head.
Here's the thing though, Bill, because you always talk about how heckling like is a part of stand-up comedy, right? But
absolutely it is.
But the thing is though, I don't know, maybe I just don't get it, but I just feel like you don't do that. You don't fucking heckle. You let people go up and do their thing, and then like that's it. Like you don't heckle people at a play. You don't. Well, I guess people do heckle people at concerts and shit like that, sort of. But for the most part, you don't. Why is it that stand up?
That's what makes stand up awesome.
Creates this environment where people really feel like they need to interact with you to that level.
Because you're standing there and you're not giving a speech. You're talking to them.
Okay.
So, like, I think it's that. Like, bands get heckled and all that. Yeah, I love hecklers. That to me, like.
But you're not. But you don't want to encourage people to be heckling to a point of disruption.
No, like not to that level, but like those. It's I don't know. It's. I always thought it was the most terrifying thing when I started out. Like, what am I going to do? Because you knew it was going to happen. What am I going to do when I get heckled? Mm-hmm. What am I going to say? Mm-hmm. And blah, 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 blah. Like, what the fuck is going to happen? But watching seasoned vets handling hecklers was was like this art form. It was an art form within the art form. Mm-hmm. So,
and you're really good at handling hecklers, but I can see why some stand-ups would want those people tossed from the place because they're disrupting the shit. And what you're going to spend?
Yeah, but but it's always been that way.
Material that you're working on so hard.
Richard Pryor got heckled,
fucked up by somebody in the crowd.
Richard Pryor got heckled in his own stand-up special. Okay, if he didn't whine about it, like I don't think anybody else should be.
Yeah.
Okay, if the crowd's gonna heckle him, like what are you fucking special? Like I look, every comedian can run their shit the way that they want to run their shit, but like I look at it like I say a lot of fucked up things on stage that are gonna make I always fucking give women shit and like, are they really supposed to just sit there and not say anything? When I go down south, I'm always talking, I'm always fucking around. Going, when you guys came here, you took a shit in your outhouse, you came down here, at some point, somebody's gonna
so obnoxious.
Yeah. Like
you definitely like to push people's buttons that way. That's for sure.
Yeah, because it's fun. That's what people did.
You're a provocateur.
No, I'm not. It's breaking balls, and then they bust your balls back, and then it's funny.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I understand that.
I don't know. I do get annoyed when some people they'll say do they heckle at a Broadway play? It's like, dude, you're not doing this. Isn't Broadway?
That's all right, the way I look at it.
Twinkle toes.
No,
go fucking put on your tap shoes and a cat suit.
That's
and go
the way I look at it, though. You wouldn't heckle a Broadway show. Why are you heckling a comedian? But
because you don't go to a Broadway show and somebody, hey, look at this fucking jerk off. What do you do for a living?
That's a good point.
Yeah, they don't do that either, right?
How long is this podcast? I don't want to be torturing people with.
Oh, who gives a shit at this point? I got to read the rest of these things. All right. Getting off heroin. Oh, by the way, they were mentioning all those they were mentioning all those punk rock bands. I actually found a band that I thought was pretty cool because I was watching a YouTube video. Let me see if I can remember this. This is, what'd you call this kind of music, Nia? Trip hop.
Trip hop.
I don't know what the fuck.
Mid to late 90s, early 2000s.
Mid to late 90s.
This is my college years. It was all about trip hop, ambient.
The supreme beings of leisure.
It was like them. It was like Portishead.
Wait, did you just finish that like you knew who the fuck they were? Now, I downloaded this. It was one of the few times you didn't know who they were.
I did not know who they were.
And then but you just chimed in like you knew.
Because I'm trying to... Oh, Jesus Christ.
No. Yeah, I know what you're doing.
You know Massive Attack, though, right?
No.
Do you know Portishead?
I've heard of them, yes.
What about Sneaker Pimps?
Yep.
Yeah.
Was there a reason for any of that?
I was just saying
bands?
They all sort of lived in that same
okay.
trip hoppy, electronica.
All right, let's see what I've downloaded recently. Supreme Beings of Leisure. Oh, I pre-ordered the Pretenders' new one, Alone. It's got Jim Keltner on drums. The fucking album sounds crazy, man.
Leonard Cohen has a new album, and I was listening to some of the songs, and I love Leonard Cohen, though.
Well, if you're
82 years old.
If you're a Pretenders fan, this is a fucking great album. I was listening to that shit when I was getting your chicken. I downloaded Rancid.
Did the Pretenders sing the theme song to Friends?
Green Day.
Is that them?
I thought I downloaded. It didn't fucking transfer. And then I downloaded that fucking punk band.
Wait, Bill.
Oh, you know what I downloaded? Because I was working with Todd Rex. We were laughing about that song Dreamweaver. And we were singing
Aerosmith?
it. So, no, that's Dream On.
Oh.
You know this song, right? Am I going to have to pay for this? You know this. I just closed my eyes today. Yeah. This fucking song, after you did
Cosmic Man.
This is the shit, like after your day's done, the thing you didn't want to do and you finally fucking got through it, right? You take your drug of choice, you get behind the wheel of your car. I'm joking, you don't do that. He's so intense here. Jesus fucking Christ. I've just closed this guy. My eyes. I've heard this song a million times. I don't know the words. You know the deal. And then it kicks, the fucking drums come in, right?
Wait.
Woo, 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 Dreamweaver.
Did the Pretenders sing the theme song to Friends? Was that them? Who was that?
What?
Who was it? Wasn't it a kind of no? All right, I don't know.
The Pretender, Chrissy Hines. If Keith Richards was a fucking,
who that is?
If Keith Richards was a chick,
never mind.
How dare you?
Chrissy lives in her own lane, though. I mean, she did model herself after like rock stars, of course, but like she exists in her own space.
That was a nice recovery after you suggested that she did the fucking Friends. Didn't she do like Third Rock from the Sun?
I didn't realize that was her band.
All right. Well, you're almost a millennial. That's a new excuse for older people.
No,
I'm fucking with you. All right. Let's get through here. Getting off heroin. Oh, here's a good one. Hi, Bill. Just wanted to say thank you. Your podcast is a big reason that I am finally having some success in getting off the dope. Thanks. P.S. Brotherhood/TV series equals fantastic. Well, that's great, man. I don't know what I'm doing to help you get off dope, but if you're listening to this helps you, please keep doing it.
I told you I met a kid.
You know what it is? Because now he doesn't have to take dope because he listens to one. Hey, I'll be here all week, Dad.
I told you I met this kid that told me that he was in recovery and that you listen to your comedy and stuff really helped him get him through because he was having really dark days. And so to be able to laugh was really helpful. I thought that was amazing.
It is. Not necessarily funny, but we'll continue on. Yeah, I got like 3 more I got to fucking read.
Well, why don't you just save them for Thursday?
Lady, because you know what? Oh, great tease. Great that you brought that up. Mm-hmm. Fucking, guess who I'm having as a guest?
Who?
Joe Rogan.
Oh, is he going to bring some elk burgers?
Elk meat. Finally making his first appearance.
Oh,
his first
goodness,
appearance.
how exciting.
He'll be on the Thursday afternoon, just before Monday morning podcast.
How
all right,
exciting.
Lady in Law School. All right, Nene, maybe this is for you. What's up, Billy Butterballs? I'm 27 and a fellow Hockomock alum. I just moved down to CT from Connecticut, okay, from Boston for law school. There's this girl who I hit it off with right away. She's beautiful and we really click. I found out she had a boyfriend about 2 weeks into school. Oh, about 2 weeks into school and backed off. But there was still little subtle hints that she was into me. Fast forward to our school Halloween party mid-October. She gets hammered and tells me to man up and make a move. Me, being the sober guy that I am, denied her advances because she's still in a relationship. The following day, she breaks up with the boyfriend, and we ended up making out a couple days later. She soberly confesses her feelings for me, to which I affirm my own. This is going good, right? This is all quality. Everything was above board. Literally 2 days later, she tells me she doesn't want anything romantically and needs to focus on herself. No disrespect to the ladies, but I've been through this shit before. Yeah. Where a newly single girl flip-flops with their feelings. I think everybody flip-flops when they're newly single. My question is, what should I do? I feel like an idiot for telling her how I feel and then getting rejected. You shouldn't. You shouldn't feel. Yeah, you were a man. You said how you felt.
Exactly. And you were very respectful of those relationship boundaries. So I don't think you've done anything wrong here.
He said, on the one hand, I want to say fuck her, but on the other hand, I want to remain friends. I also literally can't avoid her. If you're ever in New Haven, check out The Owl. It's a solid cigar bar. Looking forward to all your new material coming out. Thanks, and go fuck yourself.
I like this guy.
Yeah, here's the deal, dude. It's going to take way too much energy to fucking sit there and try and not to look at her and all of that shit. So just, you said what you fucking felt about her. She's not in that place in her life, so, that's where she's at. You were both honest. Just leave it at that. When you see it, just say, hey, how are you? How you doing? I mean, just keep it at that. How was your weekend? Oh, that's great. And just keep it like that. And
keep it light, but don't get sucked into because who knows? Like, she might try to suck you into the whole.
Of course she's going to.
She feels lonely this weekend.
Of course she's going to.
Let's make out. Oh my God, too much back and forth. Like it's a slippery slope. So don't get sucked back into it. So be cool. Don't ignore her. Don't be weird. But don't.
But you know how women are.
Going to be. Don't try to be friends with this girl.
And the more he fucking stays, though.
Don't try to be friends with her.
The more
be friendly.
The more he fucking does that, though, the more she's gonna fucking want him, though. That's how it works. If he's just like, look, I respected what you said the other day. I feel like you're in a very highly emotional state where you're going to be flip-flopping and I have to protect myself. So, no, I'm busy.
Yeah.
I definitely want to be friends with you, but let's just leave it at that. Yeah. That will fucking drive her nuts.
Of course.
And if she keeps saying no, she'll end up blowing somebody else in that class just to get back at him.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
Let her spiral in her,
I probably shouldn't have said that last shit. I'm just fucking. I'm just trying to be funny, but no, dude. Okay, you went in. Look how hurt you got 2 seconds into knowing that chick. You want to fucking know her for 4 seconds? You want to keep coming back? I wouldn't. I would just stay friendly with her, and I would leave it at that.
Friendly, but not friends. There's a difference. You don't need to be.
That sounds like an Oprah book. Friendly, but not friends. Ooh,
no,
I like that.
Because that's how you get yourself friend zoned as a male or a female. Doing that thing where like, oh, but we're still friends. No, we're really good friends. No, we're actually like really good friends. It's like, no, if someone has feelings and someone doesn't, or someone has feelings and someone's flip-flopping, you can't be friends only with that person because it's uneven. A friendship is when two people have mutual respect for each other and you're on the same wavelength. You can't fully be friends if one is always pining for the other. That shit just doesn't work. So, like, at this time in her life, he can't be friends with her. Friendly, what's up? How you doing? How was your weekend? Great. Boom. Moving on. That's it. But he wants to fuck her. So that's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the
We'll let him deal with all of that shit. We just give out information. Neither one of us are professionals. If you want to listen to it, you
Not
can.
at all.
All right. Killing it at warehouse job. Hey, Bill, a while back you talked about working at your old warehouse job and going in every day and killing it. Well, it inspired me to seek out one of those jobs. And I've been at this job for about a month and a half. Let me tell you, I fucking love it. The physical work is great, unloading trucks and taking big pallets of products and stocking them in the back room. I fucking love that job, man. I love that job. I've been doing so, and the truck drivers are fucking hilarious. There's so many, like, artists and shit that work in warehouses. Like, there's so many people that played in bands and were just funny. It was fucking great. All the suits in the carpet area, it was terrible. Anyways, he says, I've been doing so well that one of the leaders told me that my boss was bragging about me in a meeting with the corporate headquarters. They even support me in my music and concert photography career as well. I told you, it's always artists out there. He said, I photographed Metallica up close and personal here in Minneapolis in August. I worked my way up to getting 40 hours a week, and I'm loving the progress. Now, my question is, when do you think it's an appropriate time to ask for a raise or ask about benefits? I've only been there a short time, but I think I proved myself valuable to the company and want to move forward as quick as I can. Would like to hear your thoughts. Thank you for the inspiration. Well, it seems to me that you got this other fucking thing that seems like a way better job. If you're taking pictures of Metallica, isn't that the direction you want to go in? I mean, I would use this day job as a way to keep yourself afloat financially until you get your photography business to a level where you can do that full time and not need to worry about anything else. But either way, no matter what you want to do with your life, you don't kill it for a month and then be like, hey, all right, hey, I did something for you. Can you do something for me?
I was going to say, I mean, not to be cynical, but I'm sure they love you now. But as soon as you ask for more money, I think that's just going to flip on you real quick.
Yeah, you got to be there.
Careful. They're not your friends.
Wait, what it is, you got to figure out when the review is.
Yeah.
Some places have a 6 months, some have a year. That's when you ask. You don't dictate your own. Like, this guy's acting like he was like a fucking 1 month free agent.
Yeah, don't mistake their like encouragement for them wanting you to now like, and while we're at it, let's give this kid like $10 more an hour. Like,
Yeah, but that is they'll probably be like, maybe we can move this guy up for a position or something like that. So it's all good that they're saying that stuff. But
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
it's definitely positive, but just, I don't know.
All right,
take Bill's advice.
Breastfeeding in public.
Yes.
Dear Billy Crimson Tits. Let me see this. This is why I don't do Ask Me Anything, because this is all it's going to be.
There are so many Billy, like when you were on The Simpsons, someone wrote, "Oh, Billy Yellow Nips is going to be on."
Yep. Let me say, I like it. I think it's funny. Let me say congrats on the Pats having early season success. I am from the Bay Area, and we are hoping the Giants get into the playoffs again to win their fourth even-yeared World Series in a row. The Giants, okay, I see the baseball. Well, this is an old one. They're knocked out of the playoffs. Recently, I was traveling through Colombia with my girlfriend. We were in the airport when we randomly saw a woman breastfeeding her baby just out in the open in one of the terminal waiting areas. What was weird is as she was doing it, she was looking around, making eye contact with everyone who was walking by, the way a dog looks around a park while it unloads a dump. My initial reaction was saying to my girlfriend, "Oh, man, that's gross. She is breastfeeding." Apparently, this opened the floodgates of feminism. My girlfriend responded, "Why is that gross? That's hypocritical. You men love to see boobs, but when it's for nature's purpose, you complain." I then responded, "Well, the ass purpose is to shit, and men are turned on by a nice ass. Are women now going to start taking dumps publicly since that is the butt's primary purpose?" That's a great fucking point.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is.
It's not the same at all.
What are you talking about?
Shitting in public cannot be compared to breastfeeding in public. They are not the same thing at all. That's what's called a false equivalency.
I don't know. It's both. You're excreting something from your body, and people don't want to look at it. She responded that there is an obvious difference.
Yeah.
Since then, my girlfriend has been sending me all these pro-public breastfeeding videos of moms defending the action.
You did it.
I find it amusing how women all defend it and encourage it, but they know how creepy it is, so most of them won't actually publicly breastfeed with their own kids. I explained to my girlfriend that it isn't the rack sighting that annoys us, obviously, since most of us guys enjoy a nice set. It's more just the public nature of witnessing a baby drink its dinner off its mother's udders. Yeah. He goes, I felt like a chump because I was having trouble explaining why it's not okay to publicly breastfeed. No, it's okay to do it, but like you have the right to look at it and be grossed out. Could use some ammo in this argument, and I'm interested in hearing my favorite comedian rant about this subject. I have a feeling
ammo. You just can't have a difference of opinion.
Hey, can you be an adult? Can you be an adult and let me finish reading this?
I don't understand why he's got to put it like he needs ammo in this thing. Like you just fucking disagree. It's fine.
Are you done?
Can I have some ammo so I can slap my girlfriend upside the head with some facts, man? Some male facts.
As opposed to what? Female facts?
Yeah, we're the ones doing it.
Hey.
So, and let me just, I'm just going to
Can I just finish the fucking thing?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to say right now, okay? Just because you have found that there are most women who wouldn't just whip it out and breastfeed in public, and it's the same. A lot of women I know wouldn't feel comfortable doing. I wouldn't feel comfortable doing. I would want to cover myself up. But if a woman is not covered up, I support her right in doing that. So just because we wouldn't do it ourselves personally doesn't mean that we're not going to want it for other people. Shit happens. That kid's hungry. You don't always have your scarf or your cover up or whatever. And this kid is screaming and crying and you're stressed out. Here, put a tit in its mouth and so it'll be quiet and be fed and move on. It's not that big of a deal. You can avert your eyes and keep it moving. What is the problem?
No, I'm just saying it's weird to look at.
It is a little off-putting to be like, oh shit, she's breastfeeding. But like, move on, get over it. It's literally a second of your life.
Well, that's listen. That's what he did.
He doesn't need ammo. So then why is he writing you?
Hey, take your voice down, Nia. Take your voice down. Don't act like me.
Ammo in order to come back to his girlfriend with, these pearls of wisdom.
Because he's young and he thinks he's actually going to change your fucking mind. Like, because he should have just said, hey, fair enough. Agree to disagree. Look, all he did was he fucking looked at it and he had his natural fucking reaction, which of course feminists are going to say, no man, that's not the natural reaction. That was put into you by the fucking males that run society and boo and all that fucking shit. Like, there's shit that guys do in public, I am sure, that is totally fucking legal, that is disgusting.
Like when you're adjusting your balls?
Yeah.
Do men even realize when they're doing it? Like sometimes they're just having a conversation with you and they just like tug on their balls.
Some men know more than others, some don't. some, more than others. But like, here's my thing. If they're going to sit there and talk about man spreading, like the way we sit on trains, but you can fucking whip your titty out and we're supposed to be like, hey, blah, blah, we can't have a comment on that. You guys are just so fucking, and when I say you guys, I mean feminists. Like, you guys are just so fucking like looking at shit just one fucking way that it's I don't know. Like it gets, you're doing that classic fucking thing where it starts off, it's a good cause, and then by the end of it, you come out the other side. You're not 100% what the fuck you were fighting, but you have a lot of the same elements of shouting people down, not wanting to hear the rest of the fucking guy's stuff. You want to be listened to, but this guy here is just being honest to how he feels. And it makes you feel a certain type of way, however the fuck you say it, and then you fucking shout it down. And
all right, fair enough.
Yeah, there you go.
Fair enough.
There you go.
And you're right. I did shout it down, and I did like cut it off because I was annoyed by it. But I think what it is that there's just this feeling of such like, I don't know. I feel like the reaction is disproportionate to what they are reacting to. I feel like a child, being fed from its mother, which is a very natural thing, and the reaction that some men have to it is so disproportionate. It's like, it's ridiculous.
What is the reaction?
To the point, the reaction is that he's comparing it to shitting in public. That to me is disproportionate to a child feeding off its mother. Really? To me, you think it's like shitting in public?
I thought
Sir,
I thought
really?
It was, no, he doesn't think that was a clever fucking comeback to what she said.
It's not that clever.
It's fucking hilarious.
It's dumb.
That just means you don't have a good comeback for. Come on, you guys. Why? You know what? I'll tell you, nothing like a fucking feminist to come along and suck the laughter out of the room.
He was the one asking for ammo about how to deal with this fact that listen, his girlfriend probably when she
Jesus Christ, we did another hour since I turned this fucking thing on. This is like a fucking 2-hour podcast. This is like the longest one ever.
Oh no, that's not good. That's too long, right? People don't want it to be that long.
Yeah, it's probably too long. Anyways, Nia, at the end of the day, okay, people have a right to fucking react.
They certainly do.
They do. Like, they look at something, they're like, ugh, okay? The same fucking, like, you're not allowed, with all of that type of shit that falls on the other side of the fence, you're not allowed to have your natural reaction to it. It's automatically considered that there's something fucking wrong with you and something like that. Dude, there's a lot of fucking, like, here's another thing too. Like, there's also like teenage kids walking around and all of that type of shit, and you're whipping your fucking titty out. You can't walk around topless. It's considered indecent exposure in this fucking country. Right. Okay? There's kids walking around, blah, 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 blah. You're pulling out a fucking titty, and then you take a little mini me of you and you stick it on the end of it. But there's something like very alien about it.
But I'm not
for guys. It's just weird.
I know, but the thing is,
and we have a right to feel that way. I'm not saying we're right in what we're thinking.
But nobody says shit on Bourbon Street during Mardi Gras. And that's not as natural as it is to feed a child, not to me.
What do you mean nobody says shit?
Nobody says shit on Bourbon Street at Mardi Gras when girls are flashing their tits for some 2-cent plastic beads made in China. Then it's all good. Then it's like shots for everybody.
No, but that's what it's like.
Someone's feeding their child
but that's not
at
legal.
The goddamn airport.
It's not legal.
But you don't see men being like, "Can you believe the way she just like they're into it?" But a woman is feeding her child at the airport, and all of a sudden it's like shitting in public.
No, because all of a sudden, because I can't even fucking give. I got such a great example, but I can't fucking say it.
Why not?
Yeah, you're looking at the breast, and when they're just shaking their tits or whatever, it's like, yeah, okay. And then all of a sudden there's a baby eating off of it. It's like, whoa, what the fuck? To people who don't have babies. It's weird. It freaks you out. Like, oh, yeah, that's right. They also do that. And it's also kind of fucking weird. You're just sitting there eating a sandwich, and then you look down the thing. I know, Nia. I know. The whole fucking world needs to just be like, oh, okay, fuck all our feelings. Like, that's how this feminist shit is going, where it's just your guy's side is 100% right. The way you see shit is 100% right. And a lot of times, most of the shit you're bitching about, guys had wrong, and I agree with it. But this whole fucking thing that men cannot have fucking opinions. You guys can tell us how to sit down on a fucking subway, but we can't have a fucking reaction to... Look, I don't give a fuck if a woman breastfeeds. I don't. But like when I see some guy who has a reaction to it and then he gets yelled at like he wants women not to be able to vote anymore, I just think it's a bit of a fucking overreaction.
I just think that it's interesting that there are certain men who are more comfortable with seeing breasts sexualized than they are for what they are.
Stop saying sexualized like they're being exploited.
They are more accepting of seeing a woman's breast being used in a sexual manner than they are for like the purpose of what breasts are for, which is like basically to feed children.
That's not all they're for.
Because otherwise they're just
not all
like
they're for.
Fat, like fat deposits.
No, that's not all they're for.
What do you mean that's not all they're for?
It's for the survival of mankind in that nice Iraq attracted a fucking male and he comes over and he bangs you. And then when you guys die, there's still other people. There's also that.
So, in other words, for like procreation.
Listen, there's no way to win this fucking argument because women want to be attractive. You want attention.
Yeah.
But you want it when you want it how you want it, and guys have to know exactly when that is and when it isn't. And if they don't fucking guess right, it's like the end of a Tom Cruise movie when he's trying to clip which fucking wire, one's gonna blow it up, the other isn't. And if you don't 100% know when that fucking thing is, then you are like I don't know what, you're the worst fucking person on the planet.
So what are you saying? Just shut up and take it however you get it?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Why do you have to go to that level of extreme?
But and your Tom Cruise analogy, like the red wire or the blue wire, is not extreme?
No, I'm saying it's just like no matter what the fuck we do, we're wrong. It's like you want to fucking put on a fucking push-up bra and have your tits in everybody's fucking face. So, ladies, we're not paying for drinks tonight, right? Your fucking little skirt barely covering your fucking hoo-ha, okay? And then, all of a sudden, in a blink of a fucking eye is what the fuck are you looking at? I'm talking about that shit, and you know that shit. You know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying, but I don't know what that has to do with breastfeeding and any of that kind of stuff. Because that's not what we're talking about.
Well, you let it into the whole thing, like, you know, you look at like sexualized breasts. It always comes steering around to somehow
that
men
is more acceptable than a child being fed off of like the breast, and I don't understand why that is. Why that's more comfortable?
Because you're not a man.
To be like,
you're not a man.
Well, then fine, maybe that's what it is. But like, that's something that I feel like people need to get over. I would not breastfeed in public without being covered. But if a woman needs to do it, I get it, and it shouldn't.
I think people can just
anybody.
think what they think. I think people can just think what they think.
I think
I don't feel that the way I look at shit,
the way that they think, and progress a little bit. That's how we get to find a little bit more understanding between the sexes, so we don't have the same goddamn
but you know how that works
every year. It's like the same
how that
fucking
works?
argument. Like we're not getting anywhere. I don't understand.
All right, but you know how? Because you know how that works. That progression thing works. The only way there's progression in it is if men see the world the way women want them to see the world. That is the so-called progression between the sexes right now. That's what's fucking annoying, because all of my shit is just considered ignorant and not valid, and I'm a caveman. And all of your shit is applause break talk show shit. 100%. And women can literally do exactly to men what the fuck they don't want done to them in different ways. And it's just, and it always, if a guy gets completely fucked over by a woman, what do they say? Well, he picked her, shouldn't have married her. You know what I mean? But you guys aren't necessarily held accountable for your actions when you pick a bad dude. If you pick a bad guy and he's a fucking piece of shit, then it's, you know, not only not your fault, it's the guy's fault, and it's all men's. And then all men have to sit down and listen to a fucking lecture or read a sign on a fucking subway like we're all walking around dragging women down the street by the fucking hair. But there's no signs on the subway or anywhere else about the fucked up behavior that a lot of women display with men.
Okay.
So
that I can accept that.
Okay, so that's all I'm saying. So this is another fucking thing where it's like your guys' reaction literally to how men sit on the fucking subway is 100% validated. I can't be like, listen, I got balls. I don't want to smash them between my thighs. Fucking get over it. I don't have that option. You can be like, well, fuck you. I got to breastfeed my kid. Get over it. The way you look at it is fucked up. But our whole shit is we have to be like, oh, really? Is this issue 9,863 of this fucking month that bothers you? Like you guys are these faultless fucking human beings. Like I said in here, most of that feminist shit, I fucking agree with it. But like, it's just every fucking day now. Every day now, there's some new fucking thing. It's a fucking lecture. It's seeped into the comedy clubs. Everything is just so fucking precious now. It's stupid.
Well, I know political correctness is like across the board is like can be.
I'm gonna have to edit out like 9 hours of this shit.
The enemy of like creativity and stuff like that. I definitely agree with that.
It's childish.
But I just feel like when it comes,
yeah, political correctness like is yet another thing. Its heart was in the right place, but it solves absolutely nothing.
Right. No, I understand that. But
all you did was you gave truly horrible people a roadmap of words where they can navigate from one side of the river to the other and still have their fucking job. But what's in their heart is still in their fucking heart. But they can say Native American, African American, whatever the fuck you're supposed to say. Post person, milk person.
It's just fucking annoying to be like, hey, give me some ammo so I can tell my girlfriend why women shouldn't breastfeed in public. Like, that just sounds like some ignorant shit to me.
It sounds to me like he's losing the argument, and she's probably affecting the mood of the fucking... He's too dumb to just let it go because he's young. That's what he's doing. And I imagine right now that she's probably using sex, the lack of sex or whatever, to now punish him. And now he's walking around like a fucking little puppy that got slapped on the snout with a fucking newspaper. Like a lot of guys in relationships.
There are some people that are just modest about that kind of stuff. I had a friend over not too long ago, and she brought her 6-month-old with her, and she had to breastfeed him. And when he was off the thing, when he would drink some, and then he'd be sort of like looking around, she was like covering her boob, and it was just her and I in there. And there was a part of me that wanted to be like, you don't have to like cover your breasts in front of me, but that was a natural reaction.
I'm not arguing his thing. I don't give a shit if women breastfeed in public.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
I'm just saying that there are women who are... And I'm sure the reason why she was looking around like, a dog taking a shit is because she's thinking, oh, God, who's going to judge me? Who's going to judge me? When she should, in an ideal, perfect world, just be there with her baby,
what if she gets
bonding,
off on it?
Feeding, and then just
Why is she a saint in this? See how you just said that? Oh, my God, he's going to judge me. She lives
because she was saying he was saying that she was looking around like
she
a
lives
dog
in
taking
Colombia.
a dump.
She lives in Colombia. Who knows what the culture is down there, what the opinion is? I don't know shit about Colombia, do you?
No.
Yeah, would you watch Narcos and all of a sudden you know what these fucking people are thinking?
No,
I would never try to speak for Colombians. Idea. I have no fucking idea what they think. It just might not be that. Might be totally fucking normal, and she was just people watching, or she might have been a freak and she was trying to see if anybody, she's a little exhibitionist. Who knows what the fuck she was thinking?
She was probably like, oh, Jesus Christ, for people looking at me like I'm crazy because I'm breastfeeding without a cover. She's probably really like having some sort of anxiety about it, I bet.
It's probably socially acceptable. That's what I would guess. So she's just fucking looking around going, oh, that guy, yeah.
Right, she's just looking around like normal.
When's my
she
flight
wasn't
leaving?
thinking anything.
Who knows? Yeah, we got to end this fucking thing. This is like 2 podcasts. All right. Sorry, guys. I know this was really long, but we hadn't seen each other for a while. We like to talk. All right.
That's right.
Go fuck yourselves. I'll see you on Thursday.